All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Booth Review Podcast. I'm Jack Roberts.
This is Patrick Henry.
All right, Pat. So today we're gonna break down the Super Bowl to start off. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, that was pretty uneventful, to be honest with you. I thought it would be probably the greatest Super Bowl of our lifetime, and it ended up being Patrick Mahomes running around on the field scrambling, trying to hit an open receiver, and it just never really worked out. Chiefs didn't really get any pass rush while the Bucks were all over Mahomes the entire game.
Yeah, it really didn't seem like Mahomes got any clean looks. Like he was under so much pressure the whole time. He couldn't really get anything going. It really was not his fault whatsoever, though. Like he was scrambling for
Yeah, I
his
thought it
life.
was the O-line.
Oh yeah, the O-line did not show up whatsoever. Tyreek really didn't play well. Kelsey
Yeah, they were
still
double
got
teaming him a lot.
yeah. Kelsey still got his numbers, but he dropped so many critical balls. It was just such a boring game to watch while it was going on, and I always thought in the back of my head, all right, the Chiefs are gonna start coming back now, or just never
Yeah,
happened.
that's always been the narrative with the Chiefs. They always dig themselves a hole, and then somehow Mahomes leads some crazy fourth quarter comeback. But yeah, the double teams on Tyreek definitely worked out, and their defense, the Chiefs' defense definitely didn't help getting all those flags on those big third downs.
Yeah, I thought.
And I don't know. There's a couple questionable calls, but
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
go ahead.
That Tyrann Mathieu pass interference was that was what was that? That was not pass interference whatsoever.
Was that the one on Mike Evans where they just threw a deep ball and he just
No.
just,
the one
whatever was that was that
the one where they were it was third down on they were on the Bucks doorstep, and it was a Tyrann Mathieu pass interference in the end zone, so they got it on the one and scored a touchdown on the next play.
I remember that one. Yeah, he was definitely livid after that, and that probably led to the whole interaction with Brady. And I mean, he's the leader on defense, and when he's yelling and all that and jawing in Brady's face, it definitely didn't help at all. Didn't really bring the team together. Maybe that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I mean,
they got no pressure the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not that much to say about Tom Brady now. He's the undisputed GOAT. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
you could probably make the debate of him being the GOAT in any sport. I mean, 7 rings in the NFL is one of the hardest. I mean, it's one of the hardest sports to get a ring in the first place, 7 rings.
I think
he's beat pretty much every quarterback.
It's him and Michael Jordan are interchangeable, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's hard to compare different sports, different eras, and all that. But I mean, Brady's beaten pretty much every quarterback from his generation that he's played in. And it was however many years he's played, 20 years. He's beaten every quarterback besides Eli Manning.
Taylor Heineke gave him a better game than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I saw something that he had the best quarterback rating compared to all the other guys Rodgers, Breeze.
Yeah. I think Rodgers probably played a little bit better than Heineke, but still
yeah, I don't know, that game.
Yeah,
the refs, that was a huge call on that third down, and then there's that play where Rodgers could have scrambled for the touchdown maybe at the end.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people were talking about that.
Yeah, and the field goal at the end instead of going.
Oh yeah, they settled for the field goal. Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what was really going through his head. Maybe they just were hoping for a 3-and-out or something. But
yeah,
I mean, even at that point, you burn all your timeouts. I don't know. It was definitely questionable.
Bronc's over/under for receptions, I think, was 1.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you say that because he really wasn't used in the playoffs that much.
Yeah.
And then I think I had a feeling, I feel a lot of people had that feeling that in the Super Bowl, that's when he was saving all his energy for.
Yeah, he was a beast. And
he was one of their main weapons in that game.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
He looked like old grown.
He had 70 yards, not bad.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns.
All right, so what are your What's your prediction for the NFC Championship next year?
I think that's where it really gets tough because it really depends if Aaron Rodgers is really like staying with the Packers or whatever. I mean, he probably will in the end, but it seems like unless the Packers really get some more weapons and contributors, it's going to be hard to beat the Rams or the Saints. You know, they're just so stacked on defense, and they have so many playmakers. I mean, the Rams had the best defense in the NFL last year, and now they got Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
Cam Akers is sick.
They're gonna be nasty next year. I low key think, depending on the offseason that the Washington football team has, we could be there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Washington football team definitely needs a quarterback. Unless, I mean, you could start off with Heineke.
We'll get to that later. I think Heineke was a great story, and I think hopefully he gets a job somewhere else. But I don't think we can gamble on that right now because
that's what I'm saying. Because
the defense we have,
win, I feel like.
Yeah, we have a Super Bowl. We're in a Super Bowl window right now, and like I think if we had good quarterback
the NFC is wide open too.
Yeah, if we had good quarterback play this season, we would have been 11-5 probably.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We lost.
I mean,
we lost like the 2 games we lost to the Giants. We should not have lost.
Yeah, those games are kind of questionable. There's a lot of bad football being played in those games, but the NFC seems pretty pretty wide open.
What do you want the Giants?
I don't think the Seahawks.
Yeah. The Giants also have a really good
I think with the Giants. Yeah, no, the Giants I don't know.
Joe Judge is a good coach.
I feel like Joe Judge did a great job, but Daniel Jones, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays with Saquon back. And
Daniel Jones is I think he's completely trash, to be honest.
You think he's trash? I mean, the thing is, he hasn't had that much of a sample size. Like in his rookie year, he was really good. He just had the fumbling problem. But when Saquon was healthy, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad for a rookie player. I mean, he definitely outperformed like a lot of the other rookie QBs, like Haskins and whatever. But
yeah, definitely.
That's why the Giants need to prioritize getting him another weapon in the offense, like a wide receiver, either drafting a guy like Waddle or signing a guy like Allen Robinson or
what pick do you guys have? 9, 10?
Yeah, like 9. Let me see, New York.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different holes on the team. We have the 11th pick.
Do you I think Evan Engram is so bad.
I agree.
He's so overrated.
He has all the athleticism and all the football skills to be like one of the best tight ends in the NFL. He just can't put it together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. He just he can't block. He drops passes. He doesn't have his head in the game. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets released.
Yeah, Logan Thomas, the football team receiver or the football team tight end had better stats than him this year. And Engram was in the Pro Bowl.
Like, there are a lot of other guys who could have made the Pro Bowl over Evan Engram. That was just kind of silly.
Yeah,
and this is the year. This is his year to prove it. Like, if he can't do anything this year, he's probably going to find himself either out of the league or someone takes a flyer on him on like a 1-year deal.
Was he the only Pro Bowl player on the Giants?
We had Bradbury, like the cornerback.
He's nasty. But your guys' defense was good. Guys.
Yeah,
Leonard Williams. Who's the lineman?
Yeah, Leonard Williams.
Yeah.
He played for the Jets. Nice. Yeah, he was great. He had double-digit sacks, I'm pretty sure. And then our safety, who was the name? Like Logan Ryan, I think.
Yeah.
He arguably could have made the Pro Bowl. He got re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, Leonard Williams is supposed to be like our defensive tackle, like stops around and like also creates some pressure, but we don't have that main like 15 to 20 sack guy that like a lot of teams have.
The thing with
the just like all over the field.
Yeah. The thing with the Skins is all of our D-line guys are so terrifying. Like Montez Sweat is a beast. Jonathan Allen is a beast. De'Aaron Payne is a beast, and Chase Young is probably going to be a generational talent. Like, I think Chase Young is probably going to, when it's all said and done, end up being like an Aaron Donald type player. He's so good.
He definitely could do that, and that's why the Washington football team matched up so well against the Buccaneers and Tom Brady
Yeah.
because they had all that pressure on the line,
I
and
mean,
it's really
we
just
didn't
creating
even our
pressure
defense
on
didn't
the
even play
Chiefs.
that well that game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could also see it in the Rams Seahawks game. Like nobody thought the Seahawks were going to lose in the first round of the Rams.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I like kind of had a feeling that the Seahawks were going to lose just because like Russell Wilson was really not that good in the second half of the season. He started off
Yeah,
super
he
well.
was really hot. Yeah, he started off like as the MVP favorite, and
Yeah.
then he just fell off. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like the offensive line issues,
Hmm.
or like I don't know. DK Metcalf was dropping some passes too, but
Yeah, I
I
love
don't know.
DK
They're
though.
kind of in a mess right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
love DK
feels
Metcalf too, but their just team just seems like a mess.
yeah, it feels weird. They like that game that they lost to the Giants that was a weird game.
Yeah, exactly. That was another game where just like if you create pressure on Russell Wilson, like he just doesn't really know what to do, and
Yeah.
like that really showed. And that's why I thought the Rams were going to beat the Seahawks, just because, I, like, their offensive line is in shambles and their defense
Hmm.
can't cover that kind of thing. Like, but the Seahawks defense is going to be giving up points. They're not going to
Yeah.
shut anyone down, which
Yeah.
is definitely
Jalen
same thing with the Chiefs.
yeah. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey, he's so good though on the
Yeah, he's
Rams.
absurd. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, he's just the best. I feel like he's the best in the league.
He like completely shut down DK.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
what do you think about the AFC Championship next year? I think it's going to be
And I
Bills
mean,
Chiefs
Bills
again.
Chiefs. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what I would like to see. But I feel like you can't really forget about the Ravens, like or the Browns even. Maybe
I'd
if
like
they
to
get
see the
Odell
Browns.
back. Yeah, I feel like the Browns definitely have a lot of potential. That's the thing with the Chiefs. Like I don't know how are they gonna fix their defense and their offensive line issues. And you have a team like the Browns who are young, you have a lot of hype. They have a
Yeah,
huge like run game, good D line. I don't know.
yeah, they
But
have
yeah,
the best
it
run game
probably
in the
will end up
NFL.
being Chiefs Bills. Yeah, it probably will. I agree with you
Yeah,
on that. It probably
I
will be
hope it's
Chiefs Bills.
Browns. I hope it's Browns Bills. That would be my
Yeah,
ideal
Brown.
scenario.
Yeah, ideally Brown. I like the Browns a lot this year. I
Same.
feel like the Steelers are just not really going to be in it. That was a
No.
fluky
Big Ben's a
season for them.
million years old.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
you
did he
remember they
announce
were
his
11 and
retirement?
0? Yeah, they were 11 and 0 and then they lost to
Yeah,
us.
and then from there they just went downhill.
Yeah.
They're done. There's no
Um
coming back from that.
all right, what do you think that the Giants should do in the draft this year?
I think it really comes down to who's available. I mean, if the Giants are eyeing a certain receiver or a certain guy, like there are a lot of picks ahead of them. So there's all these different teams have a bunch of needs in front of them. There's no like for sure locks for picks besides like Fields and Lawrence getting picked in like the top three. You know,
Yeah.
after that, it's really just like a toss up of who's going to go where. But I would say the Giants
You
most.
think they're gonna trade up?
I think they should, but I don't really know if they're willing to do that. I think they're just it's gonna they're probably gonna wait to see how the top five picks like play out. And if someone like Devontae Smith or like Waddle, something like that is still available, they'll probably draft him. If not, I would say probably like a pass rusher.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think Waddle will probably be there at 11.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if the Giants took Waddle. I feel like that's really who they're eyeing because I mean, I just don't understand how if they don't go through this offseason and don't get another offensive weapon because the offense was just so horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Sterling Shepard is not a wide receiver one. I mean, I like
No,
Shepard a lot, but
definitely not.
he's like a slot receiver kind of guy. Like
Yeah.
he's a guy who just like gets a couple catches, like is somewhat of a playmaker, but he can't be like your Devontae Adams or
Yeah.
like someone like Terry McLaurin,
Mhm.
like someone like that,
Yeah.
Mike Evans. He's
Yeah,
not going to be there for you.
mhm. Yeah, the Skins are picking 19. So, I think we should if Trey Lance is available, I think we should take him honestly.
Really?
If we don't
You
get
high on him?
Dak, yeah, I like him a lot. He's a good player. If we don't get like Dak or Deshaun,
You
we should
don't
probably
think Dak will just re-sign with the Cowboys? I feel like they'll just throw him another like 1 year, 30 mil, something like that.
I don't think he wants to be there though, honestly.
Really? What
Yeah,
makes you think that?
I mean, he didn't. They were holding out on him. They didn't pay him what he wanted. I think Dan Schneider goes in there and offers him the largest contract in NFL history, and he
But
comes to DC, baby, and
I mean,
brings a championship to Washington.
I think Dak's gonna get franchise tagged for sure. I mean,
Oh yeah, they'll probably
I feel like,
franchise
yeah.
tag.
Listen to him, Jerry Jones or whatever from the Cowboys, the owner. He's probably gonna just throw him franchise tag.
Yeah.
Probably do whatever he can. I mean, if they don't re-sign Dak, they're kind of screwed. They don't really.
Or
They're not
I
doing
think, yeah, I think we should offer the
any
Texans
development.
like 4 first-round picks and Matthew Ioannidis for
No, yeah,
Deshaun.
that's what I was thinking. Like the Skins should just go, or the football team should just go out and go for a guy like Sean Watson. Like that's what they need. If they get him, then they're automatically one of the Super Bowl contenders. Like they should just go
I
out and
think
do
we
it.
win. I say if we get Deshaun, we're gonna win the Super Bowl next year.
I mean, these teams gotta realize that they can give up the future if they're getting the guy like Deshaun Watson because instantly they're going to be selling more tickets. They're going to be in
Yeah,
contention. Like I feel like it's almost necessary for them at this point because you can't
it
really
would
just
completely it would completely
change
revive
everything.
our franchise too. Like this
I mean,
past season was like very hopeful, but like which is this past season for the Washington football team is the best I felt about them in like a lot of years.
well, think about the Redskins when they had RG3 and how different the franchise was compared to how it's been since his injuries and all that. They were just
Yeah.
an entire different team. Like everyone knew about the Redskins. Everyone was watching them. Like they were electric to watch. They were in the playoffs. They gave the
Yeah.
Seahawks a fight.
For 1 year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's that difference where it's just like it was just a huge fall off, and
Yeah.
then everyone's like, all right, well, they're the Washington football team now, whatever. So if they can get like a Deshaun Watson, they would. I feel like it would turn everything all around.
I mean, now everyone's starting to notice that they're like good, and
Yeah, that playoff game against Brady definitely put them
yeah,
on the map again. But
yeah.
I feel like, yeah, as to your point, they need someone like Watson.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Who do you think the Giants should target in free agency?
Like I said before, it's got. I feel like it's got to be a receiver. I don't know who else really you can get. I mean, I think the Giants are pretty limited on cap space
Yeah.
this offseason. You got a lot of big contracts.
Yeah, you guys can't really. I think you probably need to look to the draft for a receiver. Honestly, I
That's
don't
what
think
I'm
you
saying.
guys
Like,
can. I don't think you guys will be able to do that much in free agency.
yeah, we're pretty limited. I feel like we could probably sign a guy like Allen Robinson or Kenny Galladay, but that might mean cutting a couple
Can
guys.
you afford Allen Robinson though?
That's the thing. There was a new like salary cap issue where like these guys who had like the next year deal was like hitting the cap harder or something like that. Look it up.
He's
But
he's supposedly expressed interest in coming to the Washington football team.
well, Allen Robinson is not coming back to the Bears. I feel like that's a for sure thing, unless he gets
They're
like franchise
terrible.
tagged or something. Like,
I say the
I mean,
Bears
he
need
he
to.
hates the Bears. Like he's like they should blow up their team. Like
Yeah, they need to go through a
it's just
hard
not working.
reset. Yeah, they're terrible.
they have nothing going for them, man.
Yeah.
Like, their defense was decent, but they just it hurts to watch a Bears game on offense.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it
it's
really
so
hurts to
boring.
watch. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness. Like they try to run the
Mhm.
ball 1 yard, and then they try to throw the ball, and then Trubisky or Foles is just throwing an interception. Like,
Yeah.
it's a mess. So Allen he's gone. He's not coming back.
No,
That's for sure.
definitely not. What did you think about D Rose to the Knicks?
Funny enough, like as a basketball fan, I feel like you got to be happy. Like he's going back to Thibodeau on the Knicks. That's gonna be a fun Detroit anymore. But as a
Yeah.
Knicks fan, I don't really like the trade, honestly. I mean, we quickly was kind of balling for the first part of the season, and then Derrick Rose. I mean, he's gonna be fun to watch, but it's not like the Knicks are gonna be winning a championship anytime soon. Like
I think they could make the
I
playoffs this
just
year.
I don't really understand the trade. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think the Knicks they made that move to make the playoffs because Julius Randle is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
And the lineup is solid. I mean, it's a solid lineup. If you're trying to like build up the talent with the young guys, I just don't really
Yeah.
get it, I guess. I mean, he's
I
not really
think
going to be
it's.
a mentor. I mean, I guess he can be mentoring, but
I
yeah,
think I think he'll be a good mentor. I think Quickly will still play a lot of minutes, and they'll still be developing him. But it'll be good to have, and they can Quickly and D Rose can play side by side. Honestly, like D Rose is he's not like a liability if he plays the two.
yeah,
Neither
he's not a
neither really is
liability.
neither really is Quickly. So they can be on the court together. It's not like I don't think it'll be that much of an issue in terms of Quickly's development. But
That's the main
I
thing for me.
yeah, I like the trade. They really upgraded the point guard position. They had Alfred Payton starting before, so
Yeah, so is Alfred Payton going to take Quickly's minutes now? Like, I didn't understand the
no,
point,
he's
like why
dude.
he was even on the
Alfred
team.
Payton was playing so bad too this year.
Why was he even on the team? Like, I don't get how these guys just like take up minutes from people, like from players, like quickly.
They need to cut Alfred Payton.
Like,
He's
why
so
is they?
bad.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
he's not that bad this year.
I mean, like his shooting numbers are terrible. Doesn't
Yeah,
really get that many assists. I mean, he's shooting
43%.
42%, 24% from three.
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
really bad. Yeah,
that's pretty bad from a guard at this
12 points
stage in
per
the
game
NBA.
though. 4 boards, 4 assists. Not terrible.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just I don't know. I feel like everyone in New York loves Quickly. Like he's the
Yeah,
next guy.
I love Quickly.
I think like most basketball fans love Quickly.
He's a
He's
beast in
fun to watch.
2K too.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He is in 2K as
Yeah.
well. I mean, I loved watching him in college as well. Whenever he was playing for
Did he go to
Kentucky.
Kentucky? He went to Kentucky, right?
Yeah, he went to Kentucky. Yeah, that's why he was like one of their main guys.
He was like
One of the
not. He
maxes.
was like not that hype coming into the draft.
Yeah, I think he was more hyped out of high school, and then
Yeah.
that's something that always happens at Kentucky. They're always hit or miss.
Was he good at Kentucky?
Yeah, he was solid. I mean, he put up some decent numbers. I could try to find what he was putting up, but he wasn't a guy who was like in the lottery or anything. Like,
Yeah.
but I think it was still a steal for the Knicks to get him at 25.
Yeah.
That definitely was a good pickup because he's the kind of guy that he's putting up numbers that you would expect out of like a top 10 pick kind of guy.
He averaged 10 points and 10 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. Oh no, wait.
No, he put up 16 points.
16, yeah.
Yeah, 16 points, 2 assists, and like 4
boards.
rebounds. I mean, he's more of a shooting guard kind of guy, but he's I don't know. I feel like in the NBA he would just
he's so fast.
Yeah, he's fast. Like he can definitely develop into being a great player. But yeah, I feel like as a league for the league as a whole, Derek Rose was definitely good, but
yeah,
I don't know.
So the Wizards they won last night, but I think they're 6-16 right now.
Yeah.
So it's not looking too good for us. And you wanted to talk about the Mavs too?
Yeah, I mean both of these teams coming into the season, I feel like they were pretty hyped up. They got, I mean, Westbrook trade, obviously the MVP player, right there. You pick him up, replace Wall with a guy who's proven himself at least a little bit. While Wall is probably going to be recovering.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone really saw this coming. I thought they would at least be like competing for an 8 seed or something, you know.
Yeah.
At least being more competitive.
Yeah, it's really brutal. Like
I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
All of our games are close. Like, we hardly get blown out. It's just we cannot play any defense. It's so brutal.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. Like, is Bradley Beal doesn't. He puts up big numbers on offense, but
he doesn't really guard.
He doesn't really play any defense.
He tries, but like he just.
Yeah, he tries, but he just doesn't have the instinct. I feel like.
Yeah.
Westbrook is. I mean, is Westbrook good on defense? I feel like he's decent. Not awful on defense.
In 2K, he's better than he is in real life.
Yeah, then maybe
If
that's
he
why I
if he
keep him.
tries, if he tries, he can be good, but like he doesn't really try on defense that much. It's weird. Um,
A lot of players do that here older.
yeah.
Just get
Um,
lazy.
the Mavs also got a win last night. They almost blew it at the end, but they they ended up pulling it out.
They needed that.
Yeah. Now
They needed
they're
that for
11 and
sure.
14. I don't think it's necessarily time to press the panic button for the Mavs yet. Porzingis had a
I
big
was just that's what I was saying. That's what I was gonna ask you about, like if they need to press the panic button. Like
not yet.
they won 2 in a row, which is good, but that doesn't fix the fact that they can't really shoot 3-pointers right now. That's like a pretty big part of the game. I
Yeah.
think it's got to come from a guy like Tim Hardaway. I think so. Like one of the role players needs to step up and like bring a spark on the offense, and then that'll make Luka Doncic more comfortable taking more open looks on threes, or
Hmm.
at least trying to find. I feel like it's all mental for him. This whole like 3-point
Yeah,
debacle, whatever's
it's
going on with him,
weird.
that's got to be all mental. That's
I think he's
isn't.
back at 31%. He's like
Yeah, he's climbing
he's
back up. He's coming. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
He
I feel
started
like
off super cold.
yeah, he started off
He's
super
been
cold.
better.
He's been better now. It's just that he takes so many, like.
Yeah. He went like 1 for 7 last night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
Porzingis
Porzingis,
played
he's been playing better too. Yeah,
yeah.
he's been
Porzingis played
pretty
well
solid.
last night.
Yeah, he's shooting the ball better too. He's shooting
Yeah.
33% from deep. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, not bad.
Um,
But
not bad. I don't know really know. It's their 3-point scoring and then their defense is a little shaky at times. Luka
yeah, it's
definitely isn't the
very
best
shaky.
defender. Yeah, they.
Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith needs to start playing better on defense.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like he's just like on the court, not really like
yeah.
contributing much to them. Like
Yeah,
doesn't shoot the ball well. Yeah,
Kleber needs to play better on defense. Just like they just need to play team D. Like I feel like Luka is not a good one-on-one defender, but he could be a good team defender if they had the right pieces around him. And Kristaps is good, like at the rim. They just need like a 4 who can guard. They need a guy like Paul Millsap. I feel like.
Yeah, like they need kind of like a glue guy to like build
Yeah.
their team spirit on defense or something like. And Porzingis, he's good at the rim, but he's not like he gets beat a lot of times because he
Yeah, they
doesn't
just need a
move very
4 that
well
can. They
because
just need
he's
a
so
4
tall.
that can kind of guard the perimeter.
Like
Is
an
what I think.
athletic four, yeah, like an
I think they
athletic
need. I
four
think
that
they
can
need Paul
help on
Millsap.
defense.
Paul
Where
Millsap
is
would be
Paul Millsap
perfect for
playing right
them.
now? Is he
The
still in the Nuggets?
Nuggets. Yep.
He's still in the Nuggets.
Yeah, he's having a
Is that a
pretty
guy
decent
that the
season.
Nuggets would really move? Yeah, is that the guy the
Yeah,
Nuggets would look to
I
move? Yeah.
mean, if for picks, probably. Yeah, he's pretty old.
Yeah, I guess and then they could just start playing Bol. I mean, Bol doesn't even play, which is kind of
Yeah,
funny.
I Bobo needs to get minutes.
I don't
He's
know
a
why Bol isn't
beast.
playing.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah, I think
animal.
the whole world, the entire world wants to see Bol play.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're waiting for, to be honest.
yeah,
I feel like he would be a spark for their team. They're also like, I think they're
definitely.
playing a lot better now, but they start off the season a little slow.
The Nuggets. Yeah,
Yeah, they start
yeah.
off a little slow. They're definitely good now. Like Jokic is
Jokic
going
is
off.
so good. He's
Yeah,
averaging
Jokic could win MVP
28.
this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jokic could 100% win MVP this year.
28, 11, and 9.
Yeah, that's nuts. Out of its center,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
I feel
He's
like
a
that's unheard
beast.
of.
It's the best numbers a
Like,
center has ever put up. Um,
I feel like he has to win MVP at that point.
yeah.
If they make the playoffs, if they're like one of the top seeds, like you just gotta give it to him.
So, did you want to do all-star predictions for the? Did you want to do the whole
Do you
teams or
think
starting fives?
probably just the starting fives? I mean, do you consider Bradley Beal a starter in the All-Star game right now?
Yeah,
So,
he's got the most votes right now. He's leading the NBA in scoring.
yeah, I know, but his record, the Woods record isn't too hot.
Yeah.
The defense. I don't know. Wasn't he leading all guards in voting?
Yeah, he's number one in guards for voting, so he'll definitely be a starter. But
He'll be a
like
starter, but I just don't know if it's really deserved. I mean, he's playing out of his mind, but I feel like there's
record,
other.
what they for the starters, it's a popularity contest. Remember,
Yeah,
Trae Young was a All-Star starter last year.
yeah, exactly. It definitely is a popularity contest, but it's
Yeah,
just I don't know. Sometimes the voting is a little weird. Um, I
yep.
hope to see. I feel like Julius Randle could be an All-Star this year. Um,
Is
who are some
he
other guys that are some sleepers you're thinking about?
sleepers for the All-Star game? Domantas Sabonis and Malcolm Brogdon, I think, will both be in the All-Star game.
Malcolm Brogdon, yeah, was he in it last year?
No,
Honestly,
he
yeah,
was
I thought he
hurt
should
a
have
lot
been.
of the season. He didn't play as well as he should have played last year. He didn't shoot very well from three. This year he's shooting well again. Khabib says Poirier deserves the title. Um,
Really?
yeah.
He's
Um,
got that notification.
yeah. What was I saying?
You're talking about Brogdon. What's the
Oh
guy?
yeah.
I think it's Jeremy Grant
Yeah, he
on the
I think he's
Pistons.
definitely going to be most improved player. The Pistons are so bad. They can't he won't be an all-star.
So you
Cuz
don't
he
think he's gonna be an All-Star?
no,
That's
because
the thing. Like
if he's not if you're on a team, you have to average like 30 to cuz you like pretty much have to be a starter or they won't put you in the game.
yeah, that's actually a good point. That's the thing. Like I think Beal would have been an All-Star, definitely if he wasn't a starter. But yeah, Jeremy Grant. I don't know.
Yeah,
He would
like
have to win
Beal
the fan
averaged
vote. Yeah, I think he would have to win the fan vote. You're right.
yeah, Beal averaged 30 last year and he wasn't an all-star.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, he's averaging less than Beal. You
He's
know,
averaging like 24 points.
yeah, 24 points. He's gonna win most improved, but yeah, he's.
Yeah. He's definitely going to be the most improved player though. I've
I don't think
always
he.
liked I've always
I
liked
didn't.
Grant.
Did you see Jeremy Grant's voting? I don't think he was getting many votes either.
No,
Probably
because
not. Yeah, he's
no
probably
one
not
in,
going
in
to.
Detroit is going to get a lot of votes. It's
Exactly.
not a
Yeah,
big market.
that's all that matters really.
Yeah.
Do you
But
see the
yeah,
thing about
definitely
Malik Beasley?
another what happened?
They the NBA sent or after the season's over, he sentenced to like 120 days in jail. Like as soon
For
as the season
what?
ends. He was at his house and it's like in the woods or something, and there was like a family like hunting, and he like pulled it like a gun on them. He was like, "Get off my property!" And like they reported him saying that he was like, uh, he had something. Let me see. It was like threatening violence because it was like he was pointing a rifle at an entire family. I don't know, but apparently after the season he's going to jail for 120 days, which is kind of
Pretty
messed
funny.
up.
He's
He's
not going to
putting
do
up
too
20 points
well.
a game this year.
Yeah, he's playing very
Yeah,
well.
I mean, he's putting up 20 points a game right now. He's probably going to
Yeah.
play out of his mind until he's like, all right, look at my last hurrah before I go to
He's going to
jail.
be back in the NBA after though, right? He'll be fine after the offseason.
Probably. I mean, do you think
And he
do you
can
think
just
his team
hoop.
would still sign him
Dude, he
after
can
that?
just hoop all day in jail too.
Yeah, he's just gonna be chilling in jail, like balling on all the people who are else
Dude,
in
he's just
jail.
gonna he's gonna be
That'd be
that'd be
nuts,
comedy.
dude.
Um, but
Yeah, I just saw that today. It was like a big headline. I thought that was pretty funny. I was
yeah,
like, I didn't even realize he was putting up 20 points a game. That's pretty
yeah, he's
random.
playing very well. The
He was always
Timberwolves
like
are
yeah, the Timberwolves are terrible. I mean, he probably could choose many times he wants.
yeah. Um, what else? Oh yeah, so for the East, my starting five I'd say is Beal, Jalen Brown. Um,
Jalen Brown, wow.
yeah, he's playing out of his mind. Um, at the three, who would be at the three? Let me think.
I think Durant has to be a
Giannis,
starter. Giannis and Durant, I feel like have to be starters.
Giannis and who?
Durant,
Oh yeah, obviously. Giannis, Durant, Embiid. That's it.
Embiid, yeah, Embiid. I was thinking Bam, but yeah, Embiid definitely is playing a lot better this year. This is his
Yeah,
best season. I think
Embiid is
Jalen Brown.
balling.
The only thing I'd probably change is Jalen Brown. Probably get like a point guard in there. I don't know, like who.
Nah.
Who's
Maybe it's Harden.
Yeah,
Harden
maybe
and Jalen
Harden. Let's go
Brown
with
are
Harden.
interchangeable for me.
I mean Harden. What's his name? Jalen Brown will definitely make the All-Star team, but I don't know if
I
he's
think
really a
you should
starter.
just give him the nod for the starting spot. What are his stats this season?
He's been playing great. What about Jason Tatum? That's another guy. Like Jason Tatum is playing
Nah,
insane.
he doesn't have the
Jimmy
numbers to be
Butler,
starting.
like
Yeah, Jalen Brown's averaging 26 on
Tatum.
50, 40, 90. Or no, 50, 40, 76.
Well, Tatum's putting up 27 with 47%, 42 from deep, 7 rebounds, 4 assists.
How many points? 27?
27, 46% from the field, and 42 from deep.
Yeah, Jalen Brown shooting better from the field. Jason Tatum. But Jason Tatum plays the same position as Kevin
Starting
Durant.
5. I feel like that's the only position, the starting 5, that will be up in the air, really.
Yeah.
Like
Because
James
Jalen
Harden,
Brown is a guard.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it could go to Kyrie or Harden. It could go to who else? Like I don't know, like Chris Paul, Devin Booker. Or no, they're in the West.
In the West for the starters.
I can't think of any other guards really. But like, what
It's
other
going to
guards
be
in the East?
Curry,
Really
Doncic.
I'm saying, what other guards in the East could?
Oh, we'll make it.
Yeah, Curry, Doncic, because he's the guard now.
In the West, it's Curry and Doncic.
No, I'm saying the West starters. Let's just do the West starters.
Curry, Doncic,
Jokic.
LeBron.
Yeah, Jokic.
AD.
Yeah, LeBron. AD.
Or no,
Maybe?
Kawhi.
Maybe. I don't know about.
Or maybe
AD.
Paul
Yeah,
George.
probably not AD. Yeah.
Maybe Paul George.
Paul George, really? Is he having a good season?
Yeah, he's balling. He's averaging 20, 25.
He's shooting crazy from 3.
Yeah.
He's shooting crazy from 3. 47%. Jeez. Yeah, actually, this 3-point percentage might get him in. That's pretty nuts.
And they're the best
Might be
team,
one of
the
best
second best
starters.
team in there, or second or third best team in the league.
So that's another. Are the Jazz going to get any representation in the All-Star game? What's going
Oh
on?
yeah, definitely. I think Donovan and Rudy will
Mitchell's
both be
probably
in.
going to make it.
Donovan and Rudy
Yeah,
probably both.
Rudy has to make it.
Yeah.
They both have to make it. That's probably about it, though. The rest of the team is just role players.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Conley is playing really well this year, but he's not an All-Star.
Yeah.
Mike Conley's never made an All-Star game.
Conley's good, but he's past.
You know he's never made an All-Star game?
That's surprising, honestly.
Yep.
That's crazy. I actually did not know that. That's pretty nuts. I thought for sure maybe with the Grizzlies he would make like 1 or 2.
Nope, never made
Put
one.
up 20 points per game 1 year in Memphis. Didn't make it. Wow.
2 years.
2 seasons with 20 points per game. Yeah, 2 years.
And they were really good for a long
What's
time.
he putting up this year?
16,
Yeah,
17.
they had they were pretty much the Jazz team right now. Like the Jazz team is better than that team, but they're like similarly structured.
Yeah. No, they had Marc Gasol, Tony Allen.
Yeah,
Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph. Yeah, Zach Randolph.
Zebo.
I think their bench was solid too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zebo's a beast. Love me some Zebo.
Mahomes and Chiefs future. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't. Where do they go from here? Where do they go from here? I don't like. It's not going to get any easier. I mean, it's going to be more and more competitive every season. I mean, they're going to go ahead.
Tyreek has 1 year left on his deal, I believe.
Did he get re-signed? I thought he got re-signed. Oh, no, yeah. I think
2 years ago, he signed for 3 years.
He re-signed. Yeah, he re-signed, and then it's going to be up. They're going to be running out of cap space at some point.
He's going to be gone, I think.
Yeah, you think that Tyreek Hill will be gone?
I don't really think he likes Kansas City.
What makes you think that?
Like he's kind of a diva, and I think he cares about money a lot. And he only got paid.
That has to do with Mahomes? You think he thinks that Mahomes is like overshadowing his greatness?
Yeah, probably. He thinks I should get all this credit.
Yeah,
Not
he's probably tired of hearing Mahomes when he's been putting up
yeah.
some pretty crazy numbers. I mean, he had 15 touchdowns this year,
Yeah, he's
uh,
he's disgusting.
1,200 yards.
Yeah, he's
Travis
insane.
Travis Kelsey is going to be Travis Kelsey though. For like, he's going to
Yeah,
be here
he's
for the
gonna stay.
foreseeable.
He's gonna
He's gonna
stay.
he's gonna stay. He's gonna be on the team for the foreseeable
It's gonna be
future.
like it's gonna be like Kelsey, Nicole Hardman, and
Yeah, I feel like Hardman could like be the next Tyreek Hill. I'm like really high on him, honestly.
yeah, he's good.
He's shown flashes of being good. And they still have Sammy Watkins. Like you forget about Sammy
Yeah,
Watkins. He's still a good player.
yeah. Sammy
Um,
Watkins is good too.
if you
He was
shed the
hurt. He was hurt a lot this year, right?
yeah, he didn't play the whole season, but
Yeah.
if you shed a guy like Tyreek Hill's contract, you can sign some defensive guys, and then you still have Travis Kelsey,
hmm
Miko Hardman. Those kind of Sammy
Yeah.
Watkins. That guy
Tyreek
Pringle.
Hill's gonna make so much money for his next deal.
Yeah, and at the same time, dude, I feel like as long as you have like one guy for Patrick Mahomes, he's going to be Patrick Mahomes. Like
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers does it with strictly Devontae Adams. I'm sure if they have Kelsey, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think they should
They
be
they
okay.
they'll probably be okay. That they have to do something on defense.
I just hope they're. I just don't want like them to be dominant for a long time. I like parity. I like when it
Yeah,
can
I agree with that,
when anyone can win.
and that's why when I thought Brady would be done eventually, but do you think he has a chance next year? I feel like they could run it back,
Nah,
100%.
nah.
Really, you don't think they can run it back? Or defense is
Because I'm gonna break his leg with a steel pipe. Nah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would really be happy to see again. I mean, I would, I would respect his greatness, but it's
I
just
hate Tom Brady.
boring.
Do you not hate Tom Brady?
No, actually, I don't hate Tom Brady just because I'm a Giants fan and we beat him twice in the Super Bowl. I've all the respect in the world for him, but we beat him. So
Yeah, I respect him
whatever.
too, but I hate him.
Yeah, we beat him, so whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he's a
Even
goat.
though
Like
I hate him, it's completely unfair to call him a racist, and that was completely ridiculous.
Yeah. What was going on with that? Twitter was going crazy after the game. Like, there's like half the people congratulating him, and then there's this other like 25% are just like, this guy's a racist. Like,
I
this
mean,
guy's friends with
it's
Trump.
just
Like,
yeah, it's
he's like,
it's
you
just
guys,
ridiculous.
people on Twitter are like, you guys are celebrating a guy who's just a white supremacist racist. And Tyrann Mathieu like got completely for what he said. He deleted his tweet like immediately.
That he
He
said
realized
something
that
that he
Tom
won't
Brady was
repeat.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, I just think it's ridiculous that you would ever
deleted.
say that. He's been in the
Yeah, you would
NFL
never.
for
I don't
he's
think
never
you
been.
would never say that regardless. But he was mic'd up. Like, he's just like, you can't just make a random accusation like that.
Yeah. You also
Yeah.
just he's also been in the league for 20 years. He's had countless black teammates who all love him and revere him as the greatest
Yeah,
player
it's
of all
just,
time.
I feel like there's never been a teammate that dislikes Tom Brady or thinks he's like a
Yeah.
racist or some
If
kind of.
he's from Southern California too, like one of the most accepting places on earth. Or no, Northern California. He's from San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't get the reasoning, and especially when people
Yeah.
bring
Just because because Trump is his friend and he voted for Trump because you can vote for whoever you want to in this country, and
yeah,
that's
exactly.
that's the beauty about being American, and you can't it's completely unfair to
I'm just sick and I'm honestly tired of sports just being so heavily tied into politics, where like
say
you have to act and say certain things. Like, you can't really. It's like freedom of speech is just kind of dwindling away.
yeah.
For a lot of these guys. Like, I
hmm
think Brady would never just be like, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, because these people would hate him.
Have you
He'd
not
get
seen
destroyed.
he put a MAGA hat in his locker last season?
Yeah, I saw that. And like, he got a lot of shit for that, and it was just a hat in his locker, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? It doesn't fucking matter.
No one cares. You can vote for whoever you want to. That's
Exactly.
the
That's the
beauty of
beauty
being
of it.
American.
It's just
Let's see.
when they also tied in with Colin Kaepernick. It's just I think
Yeah, that's
I gotta look for
ridiculous.
this one tweet that really confused me that people were actually like retweeting it. They were saying that. Let me find it. Oh, here
Yeah,
it is.
there's the
Tom
picture of
Brady can.
there's Brady with his Trump
Yeah,
with his MAGA hat.
that's funny. Uh, someone on Twitter. This tweet has 3,000 likes. It's just one where it's like Tom Brady can embrace a white supremacist like Trump, and no one bats an eye. And then Kaepernick advocates for Black lives against police brutality, and the man hasn't worked in years. I mean, they
Well,
just
there's
keep bringing up
also
that people just keep comparing on Twitter, comparing Brady and Kaepernick, and
I
these
mean,
like you can
there's
just
also
tell
a
they don't
little bit of
even.
a difference between Tom Brady and Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah,
Tom
it's
Brady is
just
the
like
greatest player of all time.
it
Colin
really
Kaepernick had two
people
good
make these
seasons.
things out to be what it isn't. Like what the hell, man?
People really over romanticize Colin Kaepernick's career. Yes, he was great for 2 seasons. I loved Colin Kaepernick back in the day when he was on the Niners.
Really never watched Super Bowl. I mean, never really watched football outside of the Super Bowl. So they probably only remember this guy as like the quarterback for that 49ers team that won
Yeah,
season. And then he
he
starts.
was electric those 2 seasons, but
Yeah,
after
and then
that
after
he
he was
was
washed
just
up.
a scrub.
Regardless
Like
of
he
what he
was
was saying with the activist stuff, he was so washed up. He just
he had
was
like
not
I
it
think he had a
anymore.
couple knee surgeries or something, and like he went through some injuries, and he just never ran the same, and he was never that good of he never had that strong of an arm. Like he was Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson, but he got injured.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. He was never really known for his throwing. It was always his legs, and then after the surgeries, he's not going to be like the best quarterback in the NFL. You know,
And it's
they gave him a lot of opportunities. After all the surgeries, they still started him, and here it is right here. His last season with the 49ers, they were 1-10, and he was a starter for those. The games he started in for the Niners in 2016, one and
yeah.
ten. The year before,
Yeah.
two
Oh
and
yeah.
six when he
That he
started.
had one of the worst seasons ever.
Yeah, and then
Terrible.
the year before he was 2-6 when he was a starter. So that's
Yeah.
3-16 right there.
Yeah.
Um,
But
he was, and then people are saying that they're comparing him to Tom Brady, which is unreal.
it's ridiculous. Tom Brady's the greatest football player to ever play the game.
Yeah,
You
Kaepernick.
can't compare anyone to Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't compare anyone, and then the fact that
And
comparing a guy with 0 accolades in his career, like
just
it
because
really just comes.
even
I don't
if
even
he
think
was
like
even if he was a racist, he's that still doesn't take away from the fact that he's the greatest football player of all time.
yeah, exactly. Like
He
you
has
can
seven.
at that point, yeah, you can hate the guy obviously if he's actually a racist. I mean, he's not, but if he were, like he's still putting up insane numbers and can't really be compared to any other player.
He's the
And
goat.
yeah, he's just the goat, plain and simple. It's like this
Yeah,
really proved it this year. I mean,
I
he
hate
joined
him.
a Bucks team that was he joined a Bucks team that was pretty atrocious. Their offense was just like Hail Marys, and then the defense were just like exhausted,
They weren't
more
atrocious.
interceptions.
They
And
just had
James Winston.
what was it? No, yeah, Jameis Winston was a turnover machine. They had last year. They still had Evans and Godwin.
Yeah, their receivers were stacked, but I feel like the defense had little motivation, and
Yeah,
I feel like Brady.
they still had everyone they have this year last year on defense.
Well, they got
They
who
were
else was
7-9 last year, I think. Not
Yeah,
bad.
but they went from that to winning the
Yeah,
Super Bowl. I
I
think that's
think Brady knew that he could take them to the championship.
yeah, because I feel like he wanted to join a team that had weapons for him already, and the Patriots didn't really have any weapons for him anymore. Edelman
Yeah,
was up there in
facts.
age. Gronk retired. They didn't have a running back, no line. I mean, Cam Newton played awful for the Patriots. I feel like that kind of shows it.
Definitely. All right, bro. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, that was
All
a
right.
solid episode.
All right. Tune in next week.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. See you next week.
We're gonna have some big interviews soon.
Yeah, tune in.
All right. Peace out, Doug.
Yeah.